husband to kind of speak the truth on how he felt about Pink Zebra in the beginning, because I know a lot of us face the challenge where our spouse or significant other isn't really the most supportive person, or you maybe have been blessed to have somebody that supported you in the beginning. My case was different, and I'll tell you a little bit about it. So, the first 6 months was torture. I mean, him and his friends were making fun of me with it. They said it's just a pyramid scheme, blah, 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 blah. And I started a cult and like did all this stuff. It was ridiculous. Anywho, so he admitted that Pink Zebra did, his view on Pink Zebra did change. And I kind of wanted to let some of you know how, if you do have your spouse, I mean, he didn't realize he was my biggest motivation, to tell you the truth. When he doubted me, I had to prove him wrong. When he was saying stuff about my paychecks, I had to one up him with stuff. So it's kind of funny how life sucks. I'm sorry, how life works with it, and it's amazing to see the difference in his attitude with it. Now he can go out and sell the product and how he speaks upon it. And I told him, I was like, hey, we're gonna do a video, FYI, and you're gonna see I'm not cutting out any clips. This is all real. It's all him speaking, and he's a bigger dude where he's not the girly scent guy at all. At all. I love him dearly, but at all. But he can sit there and he lets out the sprinkles, and he supports me now. So I'm hoping this video helps some girls. If you're not even on my team or just in direct sales in general. Well, I don't know about other companies, but I do know about Pink Zebra and what I can tell you about Pink Zebra. So listen to what he has to say. I know it's a 10-minute video, but listen. This is the truth, you guys. All right, you guys. Hi, my name's Krystal Kelly. I'm an independent consultant with Pink Zebra. And today this topic got brought up a lot, and I kind of want to touch base with it. I got my lovely husband here that's probably annoyed with me right now, but I want him to be able to give the story behind how when I first joined the company, he was the one that was like discouraging me, I felt. And truthfully, like I wanted to prove him wrong, and us as wives, we want to prove our husbands wrong. You look pissed.
It's just my face.
It's just he's got resting D face. All right. I don't know. Anyway, so I wanted my husband to actually come on because his thought process changed. Like, can you kind of like go through like in the beginning, how did you think?
Well, when she first started, first of all, she goes through hobbies like most families go through toilet paper. And I just didn't want anything to do with it. She had a sign on sale kind of deal to join. And so she was all about it. When she joined, I told her how dumb it was, and it was a pyramid scheme. You're going to waste your time, my time, because I get drug into everything she does. She started out going to vendor shows and parties at the house, talking online, Facebook parties online, and it was dumb. Hated it.
What'd you hate about it?
Everything. There wasn't anything I liked about it. She got her paychecks, and it was just not worth it to me. Her paychecks ended up being like 8 hours of work for me. Then after about 2 or 3 months went by, her paycheck started going up. And then roughly at 6 months, her paychecks looked like she had a full-time job.
Well, then the trip for Panama.
And then about 7 months in, we went on a trip to Panama. That was pretty cool. It was all week. I was like, awesome, we go on a trip, big deal. You know, we got down there. It was pretty awesome. Did everything. Still not convinced. Still hate it. As she came up on about her 8th or 9th month in, it was pretty much to the point where she was making as much money as I was and not doing anywhere near as much work as I do at work. Now I help her with a lot of it.
You even
I sell at work for her.
And you got reference orders.
You have to have a badge to get into my work. Nobody can just go in there. So I take a book bag full of supplies, samples, and everything with me. Mm-hmm. Walk in, I'm the smelly guy at work. You know, they're like, "Hey, you got any of this stuff?" You know, and it's like there's a drug deal going on in the break room. So I sell some of her stuff from her. Talk to people about joining. It's an awesome company though. Now that I've actually took the time to care and pay attention,
Well, this last year, how do you feel with it? Like this, because I'm going on my second. Well, I'm
You just hit your second.
Yeah,
year.
I just hit my second year.
Well, we've been on 2 trips now. First one is Panama and Panama City. The last one is the Dominican Republic in Punta Cana.
Got top 4 in points. That was pretty cool.
This year, we will be going to Ireland in a big castle. That's pretty sweet. I play golf, and there's a huge golf course. Other than that, it's just, at first it sucked. I hated it. It was just another thing for her to do and annoy me with. Now it came to the point to where she leads other people. Her confidence levels went up tremendously. She's always been kind of one of those persons that sticks out around people she knows, but in a crowd where she doesn't know anybody, she was the quiet one. Now she's, hey, how you doing? You ever heard of Pink Zebra? And even if she doesn't sell that person, she starts talking to them. Pink Zebra's made her go a lot farther in life and made her a better person, I honestly believe. She got us a bunch of stuff for our football team. I coach youth football, and Pink Zebra has a fundraiser.
They did. They don't do it. But you can kind of still do it.
Well, she did that, and we got some gear and jerseys and stuff like that for our football team. Overall, it's a great company. The CEOs are awesome people, and they actually do care about you. They'll sit down and talk to you, eat dinner with you, drink with you. Like normal people. They don't act all stuck up like most places do. It's a great company. There's times I still hate it. You know, she's got to be home at 8 o'clock to watch a leaders call, or has to be home at 6 o'clock because she said she was going live. And I'm the guy. If I'm eating, I'm eating. Okay, I don't care if you have a video at 6. I'm gonna finish my food. I'm not gonna rush. I'm eating till I'm full. But other than that, she pays some of the bills in the house. I mean, and has money left over to go play with. Overall, it's a great company. I'm glad she joined it now. If she would have listened to me, she would have been done before 2 months. But now she's in a spot to where she has a large team and she takes control.
It's pretty cool. Plus, I mean, did you like the trip, the Panama trip compared to the Dominican Republic trip? How is it different?
Well, I could breathe in Panama, or in the Dominican. Panama was hot. I didn't enjoy the temperature, but you start meeting people from California and New York, now Canada, all over the United States, Canada, and you just get to know them. So if you want to go to, say, Nevada, we have friends that are in Nevada that live, or that are in Pink Zebra, and we can go there, spend the week with them if we want.
See, that's a cool thing.
They just open their door to you. It's pretty cool. There's a lot of guys that are actually in Pink Zebra, and a lot of the husbands come, and the girls kind of do their thing on the trip. They'll have a little bit of time with them and whatever, but the guys have a great group, you know. I'm not a big drinker. I used to be. I'm not anymore. On that trip, I drink, but we just have fun. It's a great time. I don't know. Other than that, I thought about joining so I could beat her, but
we work better at the team.
Yeah.
Well, and how'd you feel like when we went to Kentucky? I mean, that was kind of cool.
Kentucky was pretty cool. That was just for a reunion. So you go, you see all the new reveals.
And rallies you do too. You see new reveals.
But you meet up as a whole. They have like little competitions or whatever you want to call it. Like we went to the Kentucky Derby. So we had a hat day. And you made a hat like the Kentucky Derby. The party at night was the Great Gatsby theme. So everybody was all suited up. And
we had second place in the hat we made.
It was pretty cool.
High five on that one.
I got to go to the Louisville Slugger factory, seeing how they make the Louisville Sluggers and all that. We went to Buffalo Trace Distillery, where they make bourbon. We went through the whole...
Talk to those guys was pretty cool, though.
Yeah. So we got to try all their kinds of bourbons and learned...
What shot did you guys do?
how many years it takes to make a certain bourbon and the price value and the difference between them.
Barrels and stuff.
So at the end of the tour, they had a huge bar, and it was lined up with the different years of bourbon, starting off from their moonshine, and that's what the bourbon's actually made out of. So you tasted it raw, and then you tasted it aged all the way up to 23 years. That was pretty cool. But anything Pink Zebra does, man, they don't hold back. They give it their all. They don't really care about price on it. They make sure that all their consultants have fun, and they don't spare any expense. They just do it.
It was like on the trip, the last trip to the Dominican Republic, put my leg butt issue.
Yeah, still nobody has a clue what it is. It looked like reef burn or something, like barnacles or something in her leg, and nobody could figure it out. And Pink Zebra paid for our taxi to go to the hospital. Hospital was just horrible. It's a third world country. I mean, you can't expect much. Came back, and they paid a doctor come to the hotel and take care of her, give her the drugs and antibiotics that she needed. They just made sure she was taken care of.
I mean, they do treat you right. I feel like it is like it's compassion in the company too.
Yeah.
And they emphasize it a lot. But I wanted Nick to kind of, a lot of girls have struggled with their spouses not encouraging them, and I keep telling my husband, he's like, well, let me talk to him. And I was like, no, you can't. You just, let's make a video so it's easier. But when your girls are spending income into it, how did that make you feel?
Well, that goes back to when we first started. She's all into, well, yeah, I gotta buy this. I gotta have it. Yeah, well, whatever. That's how I was. And if you can see, we have tons of Pink Zebra stuff in our house, but
Pink Zebra room dedicated.
One of the biggest things is somebody wants something and you have it, they'll buy it. Guys, a big thing like me for my truck. If I'm going to get new tires for my truck and I want 35-inch tires, I'm going to get what's there. I need tires. I'm not going to wait 3 weeks to get my tires, or I'm going to go somewhere else to get them. Somebody's going to have them. And she's made a lot of money off of having it on hand than waiting for that person to get it ordered.
I have that, but that's because of how we with 4 kids too.
Right, and her buying it in that big bullet, she gets free stuff, half off stuff, and she ends up saving money in the long run just having it on hand.
I mean, I don't tell people to do it if you can't afford it, kind of thing.
Right. Well, you didn't have it all at the beginning, but you've been in for almost 2 years now, and I bet you have every single scent, every soak, shade.
Not everything. I think I got rid of some of the stuff.
I'm pretty sure you're close.
Whatever. You guys, This room's interesting. A lot of you see it on my live. But I guess just advice would you give to any husband that's kind of discouraging their wife, or if the wife or a spouse or whoever the case may be, I don't know, but if their significant other is not their biggest fan right now, what advice do you kind of have? Like, I mean, my advice to them is, Nick motivated me because I was like, I need to prove you wrong. I need to win this. I need to do that. But
there's not really anything I can tell anybody out there to make it easier. If you don't like it, you're not going to like it. You'll have to wait until you are proven wrong. The biggest thing is, I guess I'd say to the wives, is just stick with it. You will show them. This stuff sells itself. It's a great company, but the biggest part of it is you just do it. He's going to be pissed. He's going to go through things, and that's how it is.
All right. Well, thank you guys. We appreciate it.